Welcome to Creating Customer-Centric Organizations. Customer-centric organizations are critical to our ability to deliver differentiated experiences to our customers. If we want to exceed their expectations, we need to make sure we have the team, the infrastructure, the processes in order to have the right people in front of the right customers delivering exceptional experiences. So let's go on the journey of understanding what does it take to create customer-centric organizations. For those of you who are not familiar with Strativity Group, we're not just a conceptual idea type of an organization. We're all about execution. What we share with you today was executed at over 140 projects, 20 countries around the world. Our work impacted 200 million customers and 300,000 employees. So we come to you with the experience of execution and not just with ivory tower academic concepts. Let's see what those who committed to customer-centric organizations have actually done in order to achieve that great goal. When we talk to executives about transforming their organizations to become customer-centric, nobody usually pushes back. Everybody loves the idea, everybody loves the customer, we have to focus on the customer. And then we go and check, if you are already committed to that, what's the problem? And here's what we found out. What we found out is that the real enemy to customer-centric organizations' creation is not that people will say it's a stupid idea, but rather the fact that they believe they're already doing it. In fact, deep down, every executive we speak to is saying, hey, I'm doing that already. This is exactly what I'm committed to. We conducted a study around the world, a multi-year study that encompasses over 50,000 participants, where we measured the customer experience both from the perspective of the people who deliver it, the employees, and the people who receives it, which are the customers. I'll share with you a few anecdotes just to illustrate to you the challenge of what does it mean to be a customer-centric organization. On the questions, I often go above and beyond and exceed customer expectations. 76% of employees we surveyed said, absolutely, that's what I do, with a level of conviction of 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. Only 26% of their customers agreed with the same statement. On the question, I use common sense and discretion in my work, 87% of the employees claimed that they absolutely do it. Only 37% of their customers agreed with the same statement. As you can see, this notion of I'm doing it already, in reality, what the customer is seeing as an experience and what the employees is declaring as an experience are two different things. And when companies declare, we are good, we are great, you're not that great. Your good is not that great from the perspective of the customer. And hence, the need to go and dive deeper to understand what is the great customer experience and how should a customer-centric organization really look like. When you look at it, at the very foundation, the difference between a product-centric company and a customer-centric company is the difference between what performance are you looking to deliver. Product-centric companies are looking for functional performance. They view their employees as components, as cogs in a big machine. It's all about illustrating and delivering on the processes, and it's all about task lists and checklists and so on and so forth. Customer-centric companies starts with the impact performance. They ask themselves, what are our values and how do we provide impact to customers? Who are the customers who are using our products? What do they use it for? And they make sure that every employee in the organization is fully aligned with the impact that they create, not just the functional performance. And I will submit to you, every job, it doesn't matter what it is, the CEO or the person in the mailroom and anyone in between, you can look at your job as a functional performance, you can look at your job as an impact performance. You look at your job as a series of tasks and checklists, which will, by the way, eventually you'll get burnt out, you'll get tired, you'll be bogged down, you will be absolutely out of your mind and want to get yourself out of there. Or you can look at the impact performance. Remember, who are the customers who are using your products? How are they using it? What problems do you help them solve? And really get motivated in the most natural way, which is the customer stories that you create. I'll submit to you, every day we have a choice. We can either move products or we can move people. We can either focus on the services and the products and the processes, or we can move on the people who consumes them and how they consume them and what problems does it help them solve, and really get energized by that. Customer-centric organizations get energized by the impact that they create, and the performance follows that understanding and that impact. In order to deliver beyond the parity, you need to understand how do you engage your employees. What will motivate them? And when we look at organizations and employee engagement, we look at 4 stakeholders. We look at the individual, which means me and my values as an employee. We look at the manager, we look at the organization, and we look ultimately at the customer. At an individual level, I'm just trying to get a job. On a manager level, I'm looking for a mentor. I'm looking for someone who can help me grow and perfect my skills and learn new things. As an organization, I'm looking to belong to a group of people with shared values. And ultimately, from a customer perspective, I'm looking to make a difference. And the more connected I am, more engaged I am in the different elements here, the better the outcome is, the better the performance, the better the exceptional customer experience that will be delivered. And here's the tricky part. Many times when I share that with executives, they'll say to me, well, Lior, they're getting paid. They should be keeping their job, and that's why they're here. And I said, wait. Make no mistake. Your paycheck buys you attendance. It doesn't necessarily buy you performance. For your paycheck, they'll come to your office, will sit in their chair, they'll answer phone calls, they'll answer emails, but they do not necessarily bring their best. They just attend. They are here to make money, to make a living. They are here because they need a job. Anything above the parity line, that's their private choice. They need to choose to bring it. You cannot pay someone to smile sincerely. They need to choose to smile sincerely because sincerity is something that's very personal. It's intrinsic, it's not extrinsic, and therefore you cannot control it, but you can create the environment that will invite it. Let's look at it in a deeper way. If you're looking for employees who will follow the rules, good luck. That's below the parity line, a dime a dozen. But if you're looking for employees that will make decisions, will be authentic, will care, will be creative, will think customers, will collaborate, will take risks, will be innovative, will be role models, will think outside of the box, you cannot pay anyone to do that. These are all their choices above the parity line. This is a personal choice if I will bring my creativity or not. It's a personal choice if I will care or not. As a manager, as a leader, you cannot dictate that. Those tools are not going to work on above the parity line. They will work on below the parity line to follow the rules. But you can create the environment that will have them focus on impact performance and then want to bring those capabilities. And that's what customer-centric organization is all about. When we look at organizational alignment, our studies show that executives are actually struggling with those basic elements, which is very low percentage of executives reports that they are actually working collaboratively between different departments to create a great experience. They're not customer-centric, they're very functional-centric. Additionally, we find out that a very low percentage of the employees actually have the tools and authority to go and solve customer problems. So imagine that you're sending your people with nothing more than a smile on their face to go and solve customer problems. Well, the smile is good, but it doesn't go all the way. And we can see consistently that companies are struggling with that because they are organized around products and functions and not around customer centricity. So from behavior, from the litmus test, we are seeing again and again from executive voices that they are yet to achieve the customer-centric organization. So let's talk about what is a customer-centric organization. How does it look like? From a definition standpoint, a customer-centric organization is an organization that delivers performance to maximize customer delight and profitability. But it is about the customer. This is what we're trying to maximize. From an action standpoint, this organization is extremely adaptable to change because customer needs are constantly changing. It can be economic, technological, tastes, and savvy. All will change, and we need to be adaptable. And from a measurement standpoint, it's not about internal measurements, it's all about customer actions. Did the customer prefer to buy from us? Are they paying premium price for our products and services? Are customers recommending us to other people? Are they staying longer with us? These are customer actions, not just customer perceptions. And those are the ones that drive a customer-centric organizations. What is the infrastructure for that? We need to start our impact performance by a mission. What is our mission? Is it focused on the customers or on stockholders? I often go to organizations and the mission is all about stockholders. Well, guess what? Your employees are not going to wake up early in the morning and say, I'm going to wake up a day early or an hour early because I want to delight rich people who own stocks of my company. They will do that in order to make a difference on customers. It needs to be fully defined. We need to understand exactly what is the customer experience and how it is to be delivered in different touch points. We need to focus on empowerment, and we'll touch upon that in a few minutes. We need to rethink our education and learning experiences to make sure that that employees are getting the right tools. We need to focus on the leadership role. Where is your CEO and how are they behaving? We need to look at evaluation and compensation, and we need to look at recognition. In the following slides, we will visit each and every one of those issues and talk about them.